everyone doing tonight?
Yeah!
You guys can surely do better than that. Come on, how's everyone doing?
Hooray!
That's good. I am also doing well tonight because today is my 3rd wedding anniversary with my husband.
Woo!
Thank you. It is an accomplishment. You're absolutely right. He was not supposed to be here tonight, and the next 10 minutes are jokes about being married to him. But because it's our wedding anniversary and he's a nice person, he got off work early so that he could be here. So he's here, so let's see how this goes. I never really thought I was gonna get married, just didn't seem like a thing that I wanted to do. And then I met the most kind, generous, intelligent, wonderful human on the planet, and I tricked him into being legally responsible for me as an immigrant in this country. And I did earn it. My husband and I matched on Tinder 10 years ago because both of us stopped at a petrol station hundreds of miles away from where either one of us lived, going opposite directions on road trips. We didn't even see each other at the petrol station. We just matched because of our geographic region. And who's using Tinder in that way? Who's like, I could do what the fuck at this SO station as long as whoever it's with is in the parking lot, directly. We didn't go on any dates actually because I moved back to America and started a whole new life, but we had started chatting, we added each other on socials, and every year he would send me a message and be like, I still fancy you and I'd like to take you out. Every year, for 4 years he did this. And then I moved back to the UK and he was like, I still fancy you, I'm gonna take you out, and the rest is really history. But I've been in a marriage long enough now to realize that it's really fucking weird. It is. We don't think about it being weird because you just know so many people who are married. But once you get in it, you're like, this is strange that we do this. Because really, it starts weird. It is 2 people looking at each other and being like, I love you so much. I want to do paperwork about it. Forever. And you will. From the moment you get married to the moment you die, you will do paperwork about it. And in the States, it's a little different because you get a license to get married. And you do this weeks and weeks and weeks before you get married. Just you two go down to an office, get a license, then you get married whenever and wherever you want to get married. But here, because the Brits love admin and paperwork like no one else I've ever met, you all decided that what we're gonna do is we're gonna take time in the middle of our wedding, a day that has cost us thousands of dollars and pounds, in a dress that is so uncomfortable and has cost me so much money. In front of all of our family and friends, we're gonna take about 30 minutes with government officials to do paperwork. And all of your friends and family are gonna watch you do that. Because that's when you start doing your marriage paperwork forever. And you do, you love it, you do it forever. And if you are lucky enough, like my dear husband, to marry an import, you get to do even fucking more. And I mean, you get to every 2 years and 9 months, for some fucking reason, prove to the British government that you still love each other. So you get to go on a magical journey to places like Slough, or Peterborough, or Grantham, to an industrial estate, to an office with no windows in which sits the angriest fucking immigration officer you've ever met, who doesn't like you and doesn't want you here. And you get to prove that you love each other by showing this woman your fucking photos. You get to be like, look at, Linda, we're still in love here in France last year, and we're still in love here. And this is Christmas where my entire fucking family flew over and stayed in our 2-bedroom house for 6 weeks. So while we are still in love in this photo, we hate each other, everyone in it, and ourselves. And while we're at it, here's our council bill, our water bill, and a vet bill from when our dog would not stop humping his toy and we thought something was wrong with him. So we're really fucking married, Linda. Please do not send me back to where the pedophile run shit, okay? Thank you, Linda. You get to do a lot of paperwork, but I started thinking about what makes marriage actually different than dating, because something does shift, something shifts. It's a bit more structured. Dating is a David Attenborough documentary, right? We all know the scene. The setting is a forest floor, 2 birds, right? One bird starts doing the mating dance, has their feathers on, and they're like, hey, look at me. I always look this good. Look at my feathers. I will always put this much effort in. Do you want to fuck? And then the other bird just kind of backs up. That'll do. Hop on. they never get to the next fucking episode, right? Like David Attenborough just comes on, he's like, and then the birds mated for 74.2 hours. The next episode never comes on, where the birds have mated for life, they have a nest and a fucking fixed interest rate mortgage on it. And one of the birds has waxed parts of her feathers and is kind of feeling shit. She starts the mating dance. And she's like, hey, get off your phone and look at me. Hey. It was hot when you did dishes without me asking you to do dishes. Or the next episode where the other bird is just waving towards like a semi-erect penis, like, should we do something about this, or should we finish that docuseries on Netflix? Probably the docuseries, if I'm honest. Dating's just, it's more animalistic, you know, you just don't have the fucking energy, man. And you get married, and here's my hypothesis I've been working on for 3 years now, and I think as a good scientist, I've tested it enough, I can share it with you guys, it's a secret. And for those of you that are dating, take notes, because it's important. Marriage is founded on something much, much deeper. Yeah, the couple that just walked in, listen up. It's much deeper, and here's what it's founded on, is you are now legally and emotionally invested in your spouse's stupid fucking hobbies. And like, you fucking have to be. And they have one. And if you're sitting here dating and you're like, they don't have any weird hobbies, they're perfect. They will. They're gonna turn 30. That's what's gonna fucking happen, right? And like when my husband and I were friends, I was an American attorney making American attorney money. And then I had this cute little hobby where every once in a while I'd just fly to England and I'd go to these historical locations and I'd write my little history blog. Isn't that cute? And then I went, but what if I quit that big American attorney job making all that money and I moved across the globe in a pandemic and became a professional historian and never made money again? What if I was professionally broke forever? And my husband was like, well, Linda fucking knows where we live and the UK government says I'm responsible for you, so I guess I like it. And that must be hard for him because my husband is an F1 engineer. Like, his job is taking the world's most technologically advanced machinery and making it more technologically advanced. I've seen him get an erection at like a great Excel spreadsheet. Right? And then he marries me, his like academic cave troll who like doesn't leave her office unless it's the weekend, and I'm like, I will show you a castle, come. I'm going to a castle. And then I drive him far into the fucking countryside, into a farmer's field, where there's a mound that 1,000 years ago was a castle. And I'm like, look, it's very important. Many people died here. Lots of death, very important. Look at it. Enjoy it. Yes? And he's like, great, whatever. And then when we first got married, his hobby was photography. And I was like, great, landscapes. We get to travel a lot and see lots of cool things. And he was like, no, product photography. I take pictures of things and make people want to buy those things. And I'll tell you what picture you can't erase from your mind, nay, is the love of your life, half naked, drenched in sweat in the sweltering heat of summer in your garage, hunched, breathing heavy, staring down the lens of a camera at a chicken nugget. Like, I didn't fucking sign up for this. What are you doing? And he's like, I'm trying to get the reflection in the barbecue sauce just right, but you're in my light, can you move? And I'm like, oh God, okay, but I love you. And then it happened. He turned 30 and he got 2 new hobbies and they became his whole fucking personality. And the first was home automation. And he has taken, this guy knows. He's like, yep, that's mine too. Big fan, we'll exchange notes. He took all of the comfort functions in our home and made Alexa responsible for them. And the thing is that we have 5 Alexas and none of them understand an American accent, only British. And so any day in our house, you will find me maniacal, 1 tear fucking coming down my cheek, begging in a fucked up Oliver Twist voice, like, Alexa, please, can I have some more light, Alexa, please? Please turn on the lights, Alexa, please. She's like, I'm sorry, I didn't get that. And I'm like, you might ask, just use the fucking light switch. No, that motherfucker removed them. He was like, we don't need that outdated fucking technology anymore. Empire Alexa will take care of that now. And it's a constant debate. But then his second hobby came in. I thought we'd gotten away with it, and that's marathon running. Oh yeah, and that requires investment from me now, because I have to go with him to these places to make sure that he has all the things that he needs when he runs a marathon, and I can rub on his chafing balls for him. And then I found out that sometimes you just shit yourself when you run a marathon. That just happens, apparently. You lactate blood, and then your body gives up sphincter first. And I had to be like, if I watch my husband in skin-tight spandex shorts, lactate blood, and then shit himself, what's that gonna do to my marriage? And I was like, well, as long as he's as happy as a pig covered in shit. I love him, because if it makes him happy, it makes me happy, and that's marriage. So, happy anniversary, baby. And good night, everyone.